Hello again, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. It's Eccentric RockStar'Seed and I'm here with an intuitive message. So I got divine timing, okay, and I got the Three of Swords. Then I got power, okay, and you got Page of Coins. So, and I also got Queen of Cups and King of Wands. So what I get from this energy is you hold the power, your kids are struggling through something devastating. You know, they have a lot of deep rooted pain. They have agonizing thoughts. They're basically heartbroken. You have a child that is struggling through a lot of heartbreak, but he has power. It's clarified that, it's in his power that he has to tap back in. I feel like he has to become reacquainted with knowing that mommy is doing the best that she can. She's nurturing and compassionate, yet she's still assertive enough and with her business savvy and you know, uh, spiritual connection, with the higher power. So she's balancing both masculine and feminine energy to heal the child, but everything is in divine timing. And the baby, feels powerless, right now, but everything's going to work itself out in divine timing, is what I'm getting. Meanwhile, the empathy and compassion of the parental figure, while she's trying to build the empire and keep her head above water. Tell me more about power, compassion. All things are healed through compassion. Now I have that twice, and that's what's going to propel this child forward, and it's going to restore the baby's esteem, because it's been a trickle-in effect for the child. And then you have Knight of Swords. This is communication, fast communication coming in. This is wittiness. This is common sense. This is the parental figure coming in with encouraging words, trying to do damage control, because Knight of Swords is fast movement, and she's trying to do damage control because she see that the child is working through some pretty heavy things. Three of Coins. While she's working on herself, she's also teaching her kids how to value their, I want to say education. This is all tangible things: education, sporting events, health is wealth. Work on yourself, constantly be a good person. But I feel like with the Page of Coins, that's embarking on a journey. So it's a bit of a power struggle. The child is trying to hold on to what feels like control, and the child is going down a darker path, and the mother is doing damage control by coming in to try to restore his mind, or not even persuade his mind, but just convince him to see things from a different perspective, and tell him that he's going down the wrong direction, or how he's handling his emotions is a better way to do it. So she's coming in quicker. She's coming in fast, or trying to be quick on her feet to teach the child, or maybe relying on religious leaders or higher ups. This could be therapists. This could be someone who's an expert in handling children, child psychology, and their emotional state. And then you have the Five of Cups. This is regret and sadness. Could be the child that feels that way, or the mother feels that way because the things that the child is working through are beyond her control. And then you have the Four of Cups. That's disappointment. So there's not very positive emotions in there. Why is the Four and Five of Cups here? The Magician. This is someone who is a powerful manifester. I feel like that's the mother who operates both yin and yang energy. masculine energy as well as the nurturing and compassion. I feel like she's mastered her role as the parental figure, and she's a powerful manifester. So she feels like her children, the children are an inspiration, and the children has that potential of becoming something of a manifester themselves. And if not careful, they're going to go down the wrong path and create something really dark for themselves, or just have a harder life. And she's trying to preserve their purity. She's trying to preserve the children, their youth and their childhood, because you only get one childhood. And then you have the lovers, which is a choice. I mean, in this instance, this is about making the choice to go light or go dark, in essence, of the child. And then there's a spiritual awakening. There's a tower moment that has inspired this mother, inspired this parental figure, or the mother. Could be a father too, but I feel like it's a mother, to like how she's handling the spiritual. Like, she gets downloads. She's spiritual, and her child gets downloads too. Like, her child, this is pre-adolescence. Okay, what's the Tower card? The Page of Swords. That's another child, or the way this. Now you got. This could represent two children, but I feel like this child is heavily influenced by what's going on the internet, and they're getting a false perception, and it's kind of damaging their innocence. So that's why the Purity card is there, and the Knight of Swords, with the mother coming in with more mature. Like, she's trying to come down to the child's level to articulate and verbalize what she wants to say, because she realized that the psyche of the child is like their influence is like you can't speak to them like they're adults, but you have to maintain their innocence and their purity. So as a wise person, a wise and mature person, or a deeply spiritual person, she's got talent. She can speak to her children in a way where they get it, So she notices that her children are heavily influenced by their electronic devices, or what they see in the world news or current events or just the internet. And that was the wake-up call that's agitating failure for the children, that's making them feel like they're without dreams. This child could feel like the child's dreams is like shattered, or it could be an illusion, and that could be why the mother's coming in quick to say, hey, with the Magician card, this. Let me see what I can. Let me create something, to ease my child into this thing called reality. But it's just disappointing. The child could be a little further down this path than she initiated, than she expected. So it's a little more challenging than expected. And then you got the Three of Wands. It's going to take patience and virtue to rebuild what this child has already bear witness to. And illumination, Phoenix rising, like the parental figure is receiving spiritual upgrades, but in the same breath, her child, or this younger adult, is struggling, feeling abandoned, or feeling like just not doing good health-wise, mentally. They're confused or just heartbroken, and it's taking a toll on the baby. So now it pulls the mother back into another, I don't want to say another, but healing is needed. So now she has to repair the spiritual bond between the child and the higher up, or what will be the Most High, but there's going to be a victory, with her doing this. It's going to be a success, with, what's the King of Pentacles? This could be a doctor or just somebody who gives sound advice. And it's going to be a victory. Let me see. Sanctuary. This could be someone disturbing, trying to disturb the mother, but it's ricocheting off the mother and going on to the child. It has went on to the child. Sanctuary. Where the mother's pearls is not disturbed, where her intimacy and her sacred space won't be interrupted. Like, she'll come out successful through this, but it's a huge challenge for her because she's a delegator. She's a great delegator with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, and she's tapping into maybe holistic practice or healthier regimens to nurse the child back to health emotionally, both emotionally and mentally. Like, she noticed there's severe damage there and is worse off than she thought, but having that confidence with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, having that compassion and that confidence, and also having the intellect, you know, and the smarts, the wits to be able to spell it out to the child, on a child's, at the psychology of where the child is, so the child can get the message, you know, rather than hitting a brick wall. And so with that, she's going to end up being successful, and her sanctuary, I feel like, is her spiritual, is her, the energy of her space. It's not going to be interrupted. Whatever would ricochet off of her, because she's protected, because she's strong in her spiritual practice and her relationship with the Most High. Now it's a work in progress when you're raising children to be that way, because they don't always want to do that, because it doesn't sound like fun all the time. But her being the magician and the Knight of Swords, she's coming in with that, and that Queen of Cups with that compassionate, nurturing energy, and she's going to make it so the child is redirected onto a more straight and narrow path, and they'll have the mental capacity and the emotional space. The bruising will be healed. There will be a victory. 6 of Wands. So the spiritual bond will be restored. Ties of the wound will be restored in case there's an issue with that. Mental health will be restored with the King of Pentacles. The child will come out way more mature, way more wiser, way more stronger. There'll be power. The child's power, the innocence of a child, the power will be restored. And the innocence will be restored. The innocence is not as far gone as she might have thought. And with that being said, it's like a lion and her cubs. Somebody tried to divide and conquer her away from her kids, or just really try to attack her, but it affected her kids because they're more impressionable by nature. And with her being wise and intellectual, these people really didn't realize who they were bucking up against, especially with the Temperance and the Lovers card here. She's on a straight and narrow path, and she's facing her North Node. And she's a person who is on the path of attracting a divine counterpart. So, and I say that to say the looseness or the natural vulnerability that comes with the woman and children is, people assume that it was easy to pick at this person or attack this person, but to no avail. You know, it got returned to sender, or it just got shut down. I feel like it got shut down aggressively, because this woman is paying attention in ways that these people don't realize. This person operates from her third eye. This person has strong psychic abilities established for herself. And she also educates her children on that kind of thing, where their children walk out of her house knowing their power, knowing their value, knowing their worth. So anybody who tries to approach her kids, whether it be energetically or spiritually, or even try to say hurtful things, it's going to be to no avail. It's going to be a tower. The tower is here. Temperance, the Lovers, is here. Like I said, her confidence. There's no disappointment. This is somebody who wanted the child to walk with their tail between their legs, or really just wanted the mother They wanted to disturb her pearls with the sanctuary card here, and to no avail. It's just, look how poised she looks. It's like, you gotta hustle harder than that to be able to penetrate me, but I'm divinely protected, and so are my children. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you until next time.